Hello everyone, my name is Sagar Gawas. You can call me Comrade, and today I'm here before you to give a film review on the film The Orator. The title of the film, that is The Orator, we can say that it has been derived from the word oral or the oral narrative. This film was released in the year 2011, and it was in the Samoan language. The title of the film is referred to as O La Tulafite. Um, this film was written and directed by Tusi Tamasisi. It was the first ever film written and directed written, directed and shot in Samoa. Also, the characters and or we can say the actors who acted in this film were were native to Samoa, and also the storyline, the plot, the storyline, everything in the film is basically inspired from the Samoan culture and Samoan language. So we can say that this the film, The Orator, truly represents the country Samoa and its people and also its culture. We must not forget that this film is a contemporary drama about themes like love, forgiveness, courage, which we will find in a film in the analysis of a film review. The IMDb rating of this movie, which is shown on the Google, is like 6.8. We must not forget that even though the IMDb rating is 6.8, um, this film has been made its mark on the platforms of various international film festivals, like during Venice International Film Festival. There was a special mention about this film at Brisbane International Film Festival. An audience award was awarded to this, was granted to the filmmakers of this movie. So, what is this movie about? I don't want to spoil this for you because this is a must-watch movie. Main character of this film is Siley, who is a taro farmer. Taro is basically a root vegetable which is grown profoundly in the country of Samoa, by the people of Samoa, and yeah. Our main character is a taro farmer who is Siley and who's also a dwarf. Dwarf means basically who is shorter in height. He is married to a second main character or a second most important character of this film, that is Vaiga. He's been married to Vaiga when the land and his family, basically Siley's land and his family, are threatened by so many reasons you will come to know once you watch the movie. So yeah, when Siley and when the land and his family are being threatened, uh, this story revolves around those incidents and how Siley overcomes his self doubt, and how he's trying to find his voice to being an orator and defend his loved ones. So this story revolves around these aspects of Siley's life. So the cinematography of this film is a very very plus point to and this, even though there are not so much dialogues in this movie, but the silence is a weapon, you can say a powerful weapon which is used in this movie, and which is perfectly shown by the cinematographer Leon Narve. Houses are shown with no windows. There are no windows. There are no doors on the windows like to shut and open. So yeah. So how, what does this portray? So this, the open windows portrays a, a vacuum or a medium to travel gossip from outside world to the inside, from like outside to your home inside. We can see in the movie that when Siley is being bitten by Lydia's affair partner, uh, the news eventually travels so fast that by the next morning, uh, this second main protagonist of this movie, that is Vaiga, his wife, she comes to know that uh, uh, I heard that you were bitten by these people. So the cinematographer of this movie, Leon Nareve, has perfectly done his job quite well. The silence, which is shot perfectly in this movie, is a great achievement for the cinematographer. Because even though the name of the movie, the title says the orator, which means basically a game of words. Which the orator means you have to speak profoundly. The use of words, the use of words is must, but there is also silence has also played a very important role through the cinematography. When Saidi goes back home from his farm, from his farm, there is a bus passing on the road, and on that bus there is a phrase written that and life goes on. So through these small details, without much dialogue and without much narration, through this art of cinematography, the we can say we can say very powerful, impactful message through these small gestures, like how he used, how the director used this bus, and that phrase like and life goes on, and life moves on, like this. So these are small details which need to be which actually perfectly used in this movie. Sound design is done by is the work of sound design is being carried by the sound designer Tim Preble, who is also who has also used his sound design techniques in many New Zealand films, in many Samoan films also. um, the sound, the music, the background music, the soundtrack, the OST of this movie, there is not much scope, or because of the earlier point which I told, cinematography. Because silence is used here very much, and we can say that this silence is basically the ultimate weapon of the sound designer. uh, Being a sound designer and using a very few sounds in this movie, actually it's a quite a remarkable feat achieved by this sound designer, because uh, he used silence as a sound. The sound designer Tim Rebel used silence as a sound to depict the character development of Saidi, to show the intensity of events which are very disturbing, um, like the death. Okay, oh, sorry, I almost spoiled. Okay, no, sorry. So but yeah, film, the sound is which is sound designer, the sound which is used by sound designer is very less. There is not much background music, but the sounds which are used are basically not not many Western instruments like guitar, bass guitar, drums, not like that. But the sounds which are used, the instruments which are used to produce sounds are basically conch, which in Marathi it is called a shankh, conch, flute, and we can say that the instruments uh, uh, which can be found in this country of Samoa. Then again, the being a Samoan, the nativeness is being has been shown in the sound design itself. So the sound has been produced by using instruments which are known to the Samoan people. Afiula Sagote is the person or is the actor who has played the character of Saidi, and this is the one and only film of this actor. Um, there is in one of the interviews, the director Tusi Tamsisi has described an incident that when he went to search for an actor to play for this role, especially the character of the dwarf. So he said that when he was searching for for a person to for an actor to act the character of Saidi, he found Afiola Sagote, who was basically a carpenter and himself and he was a taro farmer himself. So there was a kind of relatableness, through the relatable, relatableness to the character of Saili, because uh, Afula was Sagote, the character, the actor was himself a terror farmer. So there was so much likingness, and he was also a dwarf. So this is how the director uh, casted him in this movie. And the actually, not the sad part, but the emotional part, we can say, the emotional moment of Sagote, of Sir Mr. Sagote is, um, the whatever earning, whatever money that he earned from this movie, he used this money to buy a taxi for his brother, so that his brother can earn his livelihood. So this is a touching part, and this again also shows how someone people are, so close, and they are so desperate to maintain their relationship with each other, maintain family relationship here, in today's world, not only in India, not only in Goa, but I mean all over the world. We are tired of, being in a relationship with each other, not just romantic relationship, but a relationship with father, relationship with your mother, relationship with your maybe wife, relationship maybe with your uncle, your brother. We are so tired of this, but through this film and through this by Mr. Sakute's act of, by this act of, giving his earning to his brother for, so that he can buy taxi, we can see that someone people are very kind, someone people are very emotional, and they are very attached to, they are not very detached, they are very attached to their own feelings, to their family feelings, and to their own Samoan culture. um, Afiola Savute also won an award for Best Performance Award in the film, and he was awarded. He was granted with this award in the fifth Asia Pacific Screen Awards. Character development, which is most crucial part of a story, any story, take it a drama, take it a romance, but character development of a character is a very important part of this story. And in this movie, the character development has been experienced by four characters. Yeah, four characters. First, of course, obviously by Saili, the main character, because first initially he was not confident of himself. He had self doubts that he will not, that if he cannot speak, he cannot speak, that he's not able to speak with that much power, with that much confident in his voice, and he might not be able to convince the people around him with his word, because he himself is a dwarf, and he has this have this self doubt that he might not be able to speak profoundly, to defend himself, to defend his loved ones. So we can see the character development slowly and slowly, gradually, and we can also see not just through his action, but also through his change of t-shirts. At first, he wears a t-shirt of he wears a simple t-shirt, then he wears the t-shirt of a dragon. Then at the end, at the semi end of the movie, he wears a t-shirt of a tiger. That which symbolizes that, yeah, he is ready to attack. He is ready to unleash his true power. In the case of Siley, his true power is being an orator, by truly, sorry, by delivering the speech very profoundly. So yeah, there has been a very much character development of his character. Um, at the start of the movie, he was not able to move his parents' grave at his home, but at the end of the movie, even he is able to do that. At first, he was not able to go to where the orator is sitting, to where orator is preaching, where orator is giving advice. But at the end of the movie, he's able to bring back something. I won't tell that exactly, because again I will spoil everything for you. So yeah, he will at the end of the, because he has improved himself, he has become an orator. He brings back something which is very close to him. I will not tell that. Okay, sorry guys, sorry, but yeah, this is how the character development of Saili is. Vaiga, the second main character of this movie, and the female protagonist of this movie, the character development of Vaiga is actually quite opposite to that of Saili. um, Siley has was able to overcome his fear, was able to overcome his self-doubt. But in the case of Vaiga, mm, initially Vaiga was, actually Siley was dependent on Vaiga. At initially at the starting of the movie, Vaiga has been shown a very brave woman who was banished from her own village because she was impregnated by some guy, some random guy. And that guy basically left her. So she was banished. She was banished from her family. She was banished from her village. But she was so strong that she decided to raise that child, which was raising inside her womb. But later on, as the story progressed, there are many hurtful events which take place, like her brothers came to tell her that please come back to them, please come back to our village, please come back to our family, that their dead parents are not happy, so you must come. You have already put a dirt on our family name, so there's again a kind of loneliness inside her heart. Then her daughter Lydia also uh, um, crosses a boundary and has an affair with a married man, which and the wife of that man basically come at their house and create a ruckus. So she's again hurt by that, and through all that her character development is like from this to this. Her character development is of course the character has developed, but not to the advantage of that character, but to the disadvantage of the character. And again, I will not tell what is the disadvantage because you will come to know once you watch the movie. The things which are used in not used which are portrayed in this movie is love. Love not just between legitimate father and daughter, but also we can say an stepfather and a daughter. That is, of course, between Sahili and Lithiya. Also, there has been a theme. There is a theme of forgiveness, which we can see when when Sahili is not told. Sorry, when Sahili was beaten up by some guys, and then he tells them to forgive. He tells his daughter. He tells Lithiya to forgive them. So there is a theme of forgiveness. At the end of the movie, there is also a theme of forgiveness when there is a debate going on between Saili and Poto. What kind of forgiveness you will come to know once you watch the MOVIE movie. Yeah. There is also theme. Then not a theme kind of, but uh, the Samoan culture is shown in this movie, and the base of this movie is basically the Samoan culture. So, what is my opinion about this film? Um, Actually, films which are these silent films which were which are very profound in the early 19th century, and which were when during our grandparents time, actually those are very boring. Here it is the film Orator is not a complete silent movie, but there are the silence is used so much in this movie. The dialogues are very few, and the sounds, as I said earlier, in the sound design section, which is used in this movie uh, will not bore you. In fact, it will provoke you to watch further and further. So, my opinion about this film is um, the film is a very the film travels your mind, travels your heart with all the emotions of love, the emotions of care, the emotions of forgiveness, then the emotions of bravery. The no not is That is not the emotion, that is the trait, the personality, the advantage of being braver, the quality to step up for yourself, that uh, the personality or the trait to defend your loved ones, the personality to do anything or anything and everything for your loved ones. This film teaches all these aspects, and this film also teaches you to remain true to your roots, to remain true to your own culture. Um, Despite this being a Samoan film, this film makes a mark on hearts of audience all over the world. Uh, the prime example is me, of course, and the next prime example will be you guys. So yeah, uh, this film is a must watch. It's not boring. It's worth watching. The film is worth watching. With this, I wind up my film review on the movie The Orator, written and directed by Tusi Tamsisi. And yeah, go and watch the movie now. Since you have watched this video, you must watch this movie anyhow. I'm not forcing you guys, but yes, I'm threatening you. Go watch this movie, the movie Orator. This is Sagar Gavas, and you can call me Comrade. See you in the next video. Bye bye.